Hello everyone, and welcome to another G1 Transformers review. As you can see, for this review I'm doing a Autobot triple changer called Sandstorm. Anyone familiar with the G1 Transformer line will know this Transformer. He came out with Broadside and with Springer, as they were all the three Autobot triple changers. I'll just show you basically what he came with. First of all, I'll show you his box art, which is pretty standard stuff. Nice detailing, nice artwork. They did sort of like make the boxes sort of rather interesting in those days. Some of his transformation on top, and usual sort of artwork at the end with his 3 modes, and then you get the usual battle scene and tech specs on the back there. Obviously the main thing he came with, you got his instruction leaflet, which I'll show you that too, and you got a pamphlet with other Transformers available. This was like the second wave of Transformers, so that's the leaflet what came with those ones. Notably, being that it's a European one, where you got the Dinobots, you've only got the 4, you don't have Swoop, as he wasn't released in Europe. Tech spec decoder, usual bit of red plastic, and you get obviously the main figure and his gun. Now, as you can see, I've got him in his helicopter mode, which is quite nice. It's similar, I think, in look, and probably similar sort of helicopter, a Sikorsky, something like that, to the modern film Blackout sort of helicopter. Quite nice. It's got turning helicopter blades, which turn reasonably well. A little bit of white detailing picked out on it. A little propeller at the back as well, which turns a little bit. Most of the other details are obviously sticker applications, such as windows and other mechanical parts, but not too bad a mode for a triple changer, because a lot of them are quite sort of clunky with their transformations. A little bit shame he's got the big black bits here with a kibble of some large wheels, but we'll get to that in a minute. You can roll him along if you so wish, but obviously you'd be pretending he's flying. Okay, I'll transform into his next mode, which is his land-based mode. So you fold up the rotors, as I've just done there, fold over the tail rotor, and fold away the little tail fin, then flip him over, fold down the black bits at the front to form his front wheels. Take these side pieces, fold them around like so and down, and then you take the back section here, what was the front of the helicopter, fold it out on hinges, and they clip into the sides and reveal his back wheels. And then there's a little fiddly bit, you've got to grab this silver bit here, slide it out, and that shows his engine, and then push the whole driver's compartment of the car back, and there you've got a little dune buggy, which is quite a nice figure. It's a little bit kibbly having the tail of the helicopter out the back. It's a shame that didn't slide in and hide somewhere, but never mind. Not a great deal to that mode. It's obviously got quite nice, like I say, a little bit of chrome on the engine. Nice sticker applications all over, chrome stickers, saying like the mesh on the driver's windows, and sort of like some nice chrome detailing on the front section there. Autobot logos as well all over, and a bit of chrome picked out on the wheels as well. But yeah, not a bad mode. It's quite a nice car mode. Not really, as far as I know, based on a real car, but obviously it's sort of dune buggy off-road vehicle. It's sort of designed to be. And that's about it really for that mode. What I'll do now is transform into his robot mode, which is the best way round to do these transformations, to go from car to robot, as this is nearer to that natural modes of transformation. First things first, you need to flip these back round to the side, bring them up and pull his arms out from inside. They're just sort of held inside with friction. It can be a little bit fiddly, but after a few times, you know, sort of like the stiffness of the joint sort of gets a little bit easier on them. You take the orange pieces and you pull them down and round, and then you extend both black sections to form his legs, and as they come down they separate slightly to give him a little bit of a joint in the middle. And then last but not least is to flip round the engine. If you can get your fingers in there, that's it, to do his head reveal. I'll bring that in so you can see it. It's a little bit of a shame they didn't put a little bit more colour on it. It's just picked out in white on the face. It would have been nice if the eyes had been picked out a different colour. But other than that, it's just basically a black plastic head sculpt. That's about it really. That's his transformation. And obviously you can peg his gun into his hand. Not the most complicated of the triple changes. I think the Decepticon ones are more complicated and sort of like what they can do. They tended to have more features, to be fair, with firing weapons and things like that, especially on Blitzwing. But a good figure. I believe he was one of the wreckers along with Springer and Broadside in the comic line. Didn't make so much of an appearance in the G1 cartoons. He did make the odd one where he was supposed to have been discovered on another planet where some Autobots had left Cybertron earlier in the war to find peace, but then they get sort of drawn back into the battles, and hence why they suddenly all reappear and join the Autobot side fighting the Decepticons. But a good little figure. It's a good G1. I'd recommend him. I think you can pick him up for a reasonable price. I don't think he's the worst one to get these days. But sort of reasonably colourful, sort of adds a bit to your shelf displays. And I'll just bring him in so you can have another quick look at him. Bring him around. He's not too kibbly. Excuse me. The worst thing is his tail rotor stuck up over his head. Obviously not a great deal of detail going on at the back there, but that's normal with G1s. They tended to deal with just the front, so they put all the detail on there, such as the stickers and that. But yeah, that's about it. That's G1 Sandstorm. I hope you enjoyed that review. If there's anything particularly you'd want reviewed, please feel free to message me, and if I've got it, I'll dig it out and do a review for you. I obviously will gradually work through my G1 Transformers and, well, all the other sort of odds and ends I've picked up over the years. Oh, I'll just do one thing. I'll give you a size comparison. So if you're not familiar with the G1 line, that's sidearm side swipe from like the, I suppose I don't know if he's darker, he's not Dark of the Moon as Revenge of the Fallen line, but you roughly get an idea. He's about a deluxe size figure, but a good figure. I'd recommend him. Obviously not as complicated as these modern ones with the joints and everything like that, but he holds a special place in the G1 line and the Transformer universe. So that's it really. I shall see you again for another Transformers review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. See you again. Cheers.